but you're choosing to do it, and that's who we want here, and to be able to also give support for that. Now, a lot of people still don't really understand like the whole foster system. So can you share in your own, through your eyes, like what was that like for you?
It was very, I feel like it's a unique experience, and it takes like someone who was in that experience or lived that experience to understand it. It's really not something I feel like a person can really explain. It's kind of something you either know or you don't, because it's just, it's so unique and it's so traumatizing sometimes. Now some people get lucky. I've met people who, at 3 days old, they found a family and they love that child and they made them, that child their own, and they love them like their own. And it was a blessing for that kid to go with that family. That is kind of rare. A lot of kids, they move around from home to home, sometimes 8 and 10 homes, and a few years, and they're in different homes with new environment, new people, and not all of them are like good homes. I mean, they're either parents are abusive or the other kids are abusive, and they're just experiencing all this trauma and abandonment.
Did they also get separated from siblings?
Separated from siblings. They're just, it's a lot, because with being placed in a foster home, they're not doing a lot of screening with psychological evaluations, or they're not finding out if the mother that you're putting them with has a boyfriend that's going to be at the house raping the kids, or if the older son is going to be molesting all the kids. So just there's so many different situations and different scenarios that we could go over. I mean, it's from there's so much stuff.
And in the age groups too, I feel like there's that little age group where, like for me, I really try to go out of my way for the older kids, because I just feel like once you've gone through that and you still haven't found a home, I just feel like they're just so like
they're hopeless, they're broken, they feel like no one's child, and so that's where, like, for me, I was like, I wanted to build a platform to try to reach those kids. I mean, I help all the kids from 0 to 18, like, it doesn't matter. But it is hard for those kids, because no one wants older kids, because they want the babies, and so those kids kind of get left out of a lot of things. Even with Christmas, like, I still, when we buy gifts, like, we're putting 15 and 16-year-olds on the list too, because it's not just about the babies, it's about the 15-year-olds who haven't had love, who haven't had unconditional love. It's the minute they do something wrong, they're kicked out or shipped off to someone else. So that group and that age group is very, very important to kind of,
Yeah, remember that too, guys, because that's true. Those are sometimes the most lost.